Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room recap for Thursday, November the 15th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address right here. And this is a link to get into our 100% free trading room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our trading room. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern time every morning. That's when I start to share my screen. Get live on the mic at about 9:05, and I go to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays, 3 o'clock on Fridays. There is a subscription link. You'll see a promo code for 15% off, either the first month of a standard or premium subscription, or the entire year of a premium or standard subscription. Well, an incredibly exciting day in the room today. This one, I don't even want to repeat what the news is. I don't know if it's actually true. Really doesn't matter. This is an education stock. I think it's in China. But we saw this one in the pre-market. That tan area there is the pre-market. I was watching this, and this is where it closed yesterday at 17. So this was down to 13. I was watching this one, and it kept, and then finally it actually broke out of that little bit of consolidation in the pre-market. Now, if you've been in the room before, you know that I typically do not take trades before the first 15 minutes, unless it's maybe one of the low floaters on the move. This actually is a low floater, but usually those are the ones that are moving up. Bottom line is, though, is that when it finally broke, when it broke down through 10, I decided to actually I took this trade just above 10. I think it was 10.02. And on a short. I was actually amazed that there were shorts available. I covered a little bit right there at 970 just in case, because again, I'm always worried in that first 15 minutes that it could reverse and then start down. So I wanted to take some profit, and then look what happened. It got all the way down to 8. I covered everything down here. It actually moved down. I mean, it got all the way down to 672 and it popped back up. Actually covered on this candle right there. So again, if you want to find out what the news is, go right ahead. I cannot verify it, all right, so that's why I'm not going to talk about it. But nonetheless, this was an unbelievable trade. Now, here is another one that a lot of us in the room took, SFS. And I have to tell you that I made a mistake on it earlier. This is SFS. This is actually an earnings play. So if you take a look at it on the daily chart, you can see, you have to back it out a little bit. Oops. Back it out. There we go. So remember now, this stock is right where we're looking at is right around here. So it had this nice area that it could potentially get into. So on a percentage basis, going from 6 almost say to 7, definitely something that we had to look at. So I actually got into this trade. Actually, it was a couple times. I think the first time it failed. The second time, if you can believe it, I wanted to take this, and let me get to the 15-minute time frame. You'll see what accidentally I did. And I thought I was buying it here at 609, and actually I turned out that I was shorting it. Luckily, I was watching my P&L, and I thought, why is that going down instead of up? And so I immediately covered. So I took a 7-cent loss, say accidentally shorting it instead of going long. But luckily, I did get back into the trade right here at 630. And covered a little bit at 641 just in case, and then up here in this area here at 662. So definitely made back that little mistake that I made on shorting instead of going long. Again, it happens. That's why you have to be really careful. So actually, we're having problems having problems with my system today. My Interactive Brokers account was flipping in and out. Losing the connection. We're losing sound in the room and my screen sharing. So there were a few things going on. So I guess that's my excuse. I was a little bit distracted. But anyway, worked out very well at the end. And it looks like it still wants to continue higher. This area right up there, if you remember on the daily chart, is kind of the area of potential resistance. Now the other one, unfortunately, this PCG, still reeling with the effects of the California fires. Was able to actually shorted this one a couple of times, and right here at 1842 got down to 1780, covered, and on the way back up. Now it looks like it's trying to have a bounce, but this is just so sad for what's happening in California right now. And let's see, is that about it? Yeah, that's about it. I just want to get back into the room. Lots happening. This is pretty exciting day. A lot of things happening. If you want, I added this to the room yesterday. It's called my gap. What's it called? Gap continuation and reverse. If you want that one, sorry, I don't have it. Let me see if I can just bring it up. See if I can bring it up, and then I can show it to you. There it is. Okay. Oh, and this one is starting to work. I might have to get into this one. So what this is, this has 4 alert windows in it, just to give you an idea about what we're looking at here. So gap and go, that basically means the stock has gapped up and it kept going higher. Okay, that's where we'd get that alert. Now, of course, it doesn't mean that's going to happen all day, but that's the initial alert. Gap down and reverse means that the stock gapped down and then it started to reverse, moving back up. Okay, so that's what that would mean. Gap up and reverse, just that would mean the stock gapped up and then it reversed downwards. And then gap down and go, which of course is the PCG, that meant it gapped down and it kept going down. So those are the 4 variations of the gaps that I have in this multi-strategy window. So if you're at all interested in it, all you have to do is email me at the, I'm going to shut this down right now, email me at the info@trade-ideas. This is something that I've had for a long time, but I just kind of resurrected it yesterday just to see what it was giving. I will say this, is that a lot of time, I should have had this actually up maybe a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of earnings season, because that's typically when we see a lot of stocks gapping, either up or down, and those are the ones that can give us interesting trades all day long. Again, they could gap up, and then they could just reverse, or they could gap down and then they could reverse too. So if you want it, just ask me for it and I'll be glad to send it to you. Okay, I want to bring back the capture program. Give me a second here. Here it is. So again, any questions, use this email address. I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So hope everybody has a great evening, and we'll see you in the trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.